Heads, please.
Heads is a call.
Tails.
And it's a tails.
We're going to bowl first. There was a little bit of rain around, so hopefully there's something in the wicket.
In a row confirms a qualification spot, so this is huge. But
we're talking a little bit earlier about, what they would be talking about. They've decided to go that route, which after watching yesterday, you might have got it.
Remitly leading wicket takers, 12 with revolutionary season 3, really. Just a reminder,
He's one of the greats. Right. He's been absolutely amazing, an absolute gold standard. If you wanted an opener...
Yeah, great news for us here that the covers are coming off. This is a game that...
To about 10, 11 miles an hour. They're desperately in need of a win. They're actually on a 9 Major League Cricket, but they only won 1 game in the group stages last year. That was getting their squad. They're looking really balanced and really happy under their head coach, Shane Watson. The good news for the Unicorns, but back in here for game 6 in Texas, so he's still very much in his playing kits and helping. Means Matt Short, the new captain, has just picked up here, outstanding, striking it over 200. Needs more than 2 runs. Look at these numbers, nearly to be with you. Nothing to worry about the little delay. We should be all set for a full...
A good even contest. Doesn't look like it on the points table.
Down is on. Can the Orcas find a way to break this losing streak? Could tonight be... Runs immediately. Cage of Short, who just helps it round the corner. And gets the first run.
And Matt Short has literally come into the side here at Grand Prairie.
He's pulled, attempted diving stop, but the outfield slickened up by that.
Yeah, he just presses on the front foot, realises wicket. Shows you that he's picking up the length really.
Hit out towards one of those 2 men, but well over the head. Start for the Orcas, and the Unicorns just have...
Bounce up as much as Matt Short thought. He's took it.
Remarkably, the Unicorn, and this man, as you rightly said, Lisa, he's come in.
A fair bit of cricket this year due to injury, a little niggles, so we make...
See no whacker, Salam Kale, rushes him for pace as Coetzee opens things. Hangir can't get anything on it, races for 4.
The execution, because he got the glove, that's what he was looking for. Quite comfortably, actually. And finish.
Yeah, this should be a... Warner goes back, at least. As are the Orcas fans in the crowd. They know how on second ball.
Well, I think Coetzee, or bumper, it was a good one. Took the gloves. This one not as Finn Allen, who missed the last game, not going to drop that. So the highest runs for 1.
See his early blow, indicating that maybe that bit of rain we had
to come and play. Confirmation of the Royal leading run scorer.
What timing. He's a really races to the rope.
I don't have an issue with Coetzee bang the first few deliveries. Not as short.
Cleared to play after a little bit of an illness worry. There's been a bit going around the Unicorn. Slapped down the ground. Really nicely played. Race for 4.
Of the bat, but it was wide of off stuff. Yeah, they can just San Francisco Unicorns.
Gonna be 4 more.
Yeah. Actions of both players. They're just hoping.
That's a glove fielder's gone out, so it'll just be 1.
Australia, so I knew the game a little bit going to the lines ever since.
So then when you heard there was Major League
We're at work, and I said, hey, we ought to go see this, so we came back this year for another match.
So let's go to a game. I was like, I've played it before, so yeah, let's go to a cricket game. It sounds awesome to see.
There you go. So anything you're looking forward to?
For me, but I realized that maybe I'm supposed to throw it back, so
I can see the first couple of overs. We've had a lot of runs scored, so that part's great.
Might be in business there. And Lenny, you've been on call for a couple of those as well.
But I want to touch on one thing that he said there. Cricket in Hawaii. 2 cricket clubs out there. Maui Cricket Club. Coetzee from the bowler or keeper.
Excellent work by Billy.
Tickled around the corner. A freebie.
Well, he gave him an option away and says, okay, let me try again. No, and fine. So pace off that delivery. Back to his mark.
Unleashes his power. Back-to-back boundaries to round out the fourth. It's 47 for 1.
Again, Short on the hip, and he doesn't need an invitation. Matt Short is on fire, 34 of 14.
He's been in the touch and form of his life, and now third. That has been dispatched.
Brilliant this from Jake Fraser McGulley. The field restrictions, as long as he gets it over the 30 meters. So far so good.
And deep long off his bat, and this is a field that we see teams set to Fraser McGirt because him. Last 2 dismissals have been against the slow. Because of that deep long off, he's now trying to go square. That was when Xavier Bartlett was the one. You've got to come hard at this top 3. You saw MI in that game. But it's tough when they're hitting the ball like this. And
with the team doing so well, Harmeet Singh a little bit and deciding I'm going to just jog along, I'll be fine. And then whoopsie.
This man
Batter. The ball in the power play.
And that is a gift. Him a full toss.
Balls he'd have been happy with. And Gannon, standard thinking, but he missed work out.
That was a leg cutter.
It's off. There you go, just like that.
To stem the flow, they've stuck with him. Been expensive this season.
They'll look to continue to dominate, even.
Doesn't care. One can spend months out of the game. Not sure. He had a goofy. You were there.
Yeah, it is a little. I think no complications. It's no, and no batter would take a month off when they're going particularly well. Doesn't generally do that. Looking to play that shot because so powerful down the ground and those long levers on the fielders, and he's saying, right, I can play a different game here.
Mears, Hetmeyer, even that shot there, the ramp. Just when you thought he's been so strong outside the off stump this season, 77 for 1.
Would be good to have them on the board.
He's turning slowly. Yeah. So then he'll hit you where he wants.
Good strength. See how he stands up on the ball there.
I got it.
Just he's playing so well.
I got.
Being a tall batter, even with shorter batters, I guess. If this, and that's when you start looking.
Catch up!
Take Fraser McGirt, and finally a middle overs win.
This up. And Jake Fraser McGirt, I didn't quite get all of it. Big catch that completes it, and they have their breakthrough. Unicorns, 86 for 2.
The game domestically here in America. A few starts, but he'd like 11. No, he misses out tonight. Stephen Taylor, also not on the left-arm spinner, who made his American debut last year. So lasered through the offside. Going to be 4 consecutive 50. The first 2 came in player of the matches. Matt Short keeps blazing a trail.
Very clear on what he's trying to do. Doesn't seem to second guess him.
For 2.
Something, didn't you? You didn't win. I thought you said you won the. Oh, you know, a couple months ago. Well, we'll have to come back and talk about it.
Youngsters brought about a wicket. And the big...
In control of his game here. This time, he's just trying to keep it down. Just one up at the moment, Harmeen Singh. He's in his second over, and he's got Matt Short. It's 93 for 3.
But we're going to send it upstairs.
TV up by the director, we've got an LB. Okay, the through. Okay, there's a big gap there as he goes through to the pad, so there's no batting. Stand by for ball tracking, Billy. Regional decisions out, pitching in line, impact in line, and wickets is hitting, so they're going now.
3, 4, 11. Last couple of days, Hassan Khan goes for 1, 95 for 4.
Number 6. This game, Meet Singh. The big question was it going to pitch in line? As soon as it had pitched in line.
The turn that he's getting because he's coming around the wicket, and with that angle, it's straight.
Zobed McCoy. They look pumped up, don't they, the Orcas? Desperate for what would be a... Got him! Bowled him, and that's brilliant from...
Kutsia's first over was so improved as well. Second over, maybe not quite where he wanted, but here he comes. 7 for 5.
In T20 cricket, it's the only time he's batted. Angling down, I think. No interest, but good pace again. Look at this, 93 miles an hour.
Injury issues, unfortunately, of late, but he's back in that second spell. Face up. Still in jail.
And the 5th wicket, it's 97 for 5.
I know, Ron.
The spinner's really...
Yeah, just wondering from a bowling perspective where Heinrich Klaasen goes now.
No, Ron.
Just wondering what he's thinking. There's still McCoy's plenty from that point of view. It looks like they're going to... But Kalma is not normally gets.
I quite like them. One other option would be to get spin. Given the way the spinners are going tonight, or the one thing, maybe that could be an option. 3 wickets.
The Orcas, they've also got a 100% record, but not 100.
Earl Kutsia. Talking about last over, understand the...
What are the reasons? Is getting better lengths? Are they bowling different? Everything. Harmeet Singh today, 3.
The value of pace collapse from one of the strongest batting lineups in the tournament.
When he was able to get Finn Allen, keeps coming back and picking up 3. Now the Unicorns in a lot of trouble. 100.
USA Lisa Saleka because he's got a US passport.
Hey.
We get the sense that you have 180.
Oh,
It's still that. How they can.
Oh, 1 run.
He's worked a lot on his spin game. Still has, well, setting the game up and setting a platform to go big in the last 5.
Kind of targeting around 8 runs and over, and it could be just singles or a little bit of a bonus, a bit of a...
Starts.
They've had something to celebrate, and you'd expect that there. Let's get into the content. Wicket.
In the league.
I'll give these little God, or who can celebrate the hardest.
To any fielder. Lisa Saleka, if the Seattle Orcas are having, I think we know the problem. Fielder just short, and you can't boundary.
And wait, because when there's a wicket-taking opportunity and then it goes for 4, you go.
When does he decide it's time to go? Not back for the second. Billy Taylor is confident that that is not out.
From it so far. The remitly leading wicket with the bat in hand, and he's pretty handy with it as well.
Between them. The onslaught has begun. Fireworks begin. 1-2-9 for 6. Is he happy to get one and get Shepherd back on strike?
Yeah.
Matthew is not short of runs.
They're first throughout this cognizant MLC.
They retain the 1 run from the 16th, 130 for 6.
Kept the strike. Hamilton need to have off their innings here, the Unicorns. Oh, that's in front. That's well in front. Goes Hamilton.
Cross, and that is as plumb as it gets.
Guyana picked up 4 maximums and 4 fours, including that monster over long on. Disappeared into the night sky. Outstanding knock from him, 56 off 31. The very final ball of the innings, a good catch. Hetmar, that was the drop, just very well held right on the rope, and he did well juggling. We think that with it being the 4th use of this surface, who bowled with 177 to win season. In season 2 they lost their last 5 games. They're on a lose. Got a classy batting lineup. Shimron Hetmar, Heinrich Klaassen, Kyle Mayers back into the team tonight. One of 3 changes for the... You look at that Seattle.
Yeah, and they need their
Pulled away and all the way. Tip helped it round the corner.
Seattle Orcas. He's taken. Sometimes they go through a phase where they're not really.
Oh, stylish. Very, very clever. The second one, a real piece of innovation.
Walked at the bowler, but was still at the point of delivery, and because it was outside off, he could get it.
Backward square, Jake Fraser McGurk, so it's a good start to the chase. Warner slices this one away in scene fashion.
Really nicely, and then was brave enough to attack the bowler. That was the first 6 that he...
Oh, fuck off.
They have to adjust and adapt it.
One of my sort of trademark shots.
It's a good stroke. Gets it shuffle down the crease.
And that's what he tried to do, down the ground. This time he uses his back leg to approach. The line of the ball is about...
Aggression continues, and it's going to be...
Warner, and you look at the score of 28 for no loss, usually the opposite. He has timed wants to go down the ground and then has adjusted perfectly. And each time he has found that he is David Warner just to take his time. It's gone well for the Seattle Orcas, played probably 3 out of the 4 games.
Great stroke. Isn't he playing marvelous? 2 fielders laid outside the circle, cash in time.
Do this. He hasn't necessarily... It's really simple movements, doesn't over...
That'll be 4 more. Just clears the front leg a touch this time.
They're going over 10 runs, over 12 runs and over.
Go upstairs.
TV umpire director, we've got a... Let's roll it through. Okay, back. Keep rolling it through. Okay, so flat as he goes past the bat. It comes off the back screen. Signal now.
And clear evidence that it's just flicked the pocket of the trouser. Couldn't agree more. And actually, we heard he's one who, if he continues his good form, might force his way in.
It seems to bring the best out of them. And if he scores out loss.
Importantly for the Seattle Orcas right now, it looks as though they're
nationals, so I'm chilling, like pushing for the nationals team.
Mid innings, they try to get you to the stumps. How close were you?
Man, I was like first better I ever saw, and he scored like 75 or something. I was like, he is bowling like crazy. I've been following him with USA Cricket.
Where he's gone up 14 runs and over and picked up 0.
Hasn't been good for him in terms of maybe want to get the opportunity just to clear that front leg, knowing that in this year has. Look at the difference. This is into it.
Yeah, but he's bowled a power play over in every game. Maybe today's the day where you keep him out of the power play, and not that he will come. If he can hit that length, believe that was a good length, and Hawkeye tells him.
Depending on when that wicket may fall, you're an option obviously.
Or Shepherd will come into the attack after that. Good call by.
Yeah, I really feel that the order is going to depend on when.
So, where's Matt Short's mind at in terms of struggling to find that rhythm? Could Short actually go to?
Yeah, and especially when you've got boundaries that are even either side.
Positioned it well.
In front of square by Warner. It's good control shown by, in fact, just behind square, but in front of the fielder.
Into the pitch. Played on.
Yeah, just sort of got this feeling, Jot. Let's have a look here. It's away up from his body. Chopped onto the stumps. We're talking about who could possibly.
Kyle Mears comes to the middle. Score this season. Strike rate is healthy.
They just got a scrambled seam. Just pushing it outside the stump as well. Too sure it was even necessary at that stage as well by Jayan Gears going.
That was much quicker than.
Yeah.
Full. Instead, take that. Welcome. Familiarity between Shepherd and Mears, both will know. Short. And David Warner again is trying to play him. Michael Bracewell.
Possibly be worth a look. Yeah, he's decided eventually.
TV umpire director got an LBW review, given not out on. Yeah, roll it through, keep rolling, through, right through the pad, please. Keep going through. Okay, we've got Bridges is not out, pitching in line, impact in line, wickets is hitting. Signal now.
The second. Not Short comes up. His fellow Aussie. Heinrich Klaassen is back at number 4.
Trying to possibly get on top of Short.
He just doesn't pick it. Doesn't pick the arm pin, and it's through the gate into the stumps. All those things, just doesn't pick up length, any of it.
Meyer walks into the middle. So scores upwards. There's going to be a lot of work for. Oh, this could be trouble. Could be real trouble.
There. Oh.
Taken. Picked out the.
Oh my, cannot catch a break. This has come at either side. He wasn't getting there, Romario Shepherd. It then had to go right, and that's all relief right there to cling on. Happiness is for Harris Ralph's orcas. He must depart for 73 for 4.
Sometimes a player prefers to play at a higher level. It seems to bring national bowlers. Then I say, why not? 45 without loss.
Top of here in the United States. Seattle Thunderbolts. So many good players across the country. At close of over number 9, 73 for 4.
Him to the boundary could give him an opportunity for an out.
He's so good at USA Cricket. He's doing too good today. Really good.
He's scoring Major League tonight.
Yeah, I'm actually from Michigan, so I flew to Dallas so I can the Chennai team.
Well, there you go.
In this format,
to hear.
In terms of power play bowling. David Warner in this
Picks up
power
the
play.
pace
There'll be fields
as the
inside 30
Yeah,
yards.
all
Has not
of
been
length and line,
a
but you
happy
can't
time for
allow
him
for
to
these-
bowl.
And this one, really no issue with the ball. It was just the placement of the shot. You called it perfect.
And generally with Harris Rock, you're talking about the matchup and the fact the pace would. Just
for 4.
In the power play this season, only
I mean, we've been batting decent, but we're losing back-to-back wickets, and we've been having chats about it. And today also, we under pressure and also how to create an. Even if we're down and out, we still have chase.
Minor league champion Seattle Orcas scored a 3-park.
Yeah, I enjoy with the coach. And then from there, it's about doing it out in the middle.
4 overs. You've mentioned that they've had the time to do these.
Yeah.
That is, Shorty's obviously, Shorty's a very good skipper and that's what he's doing. So I just said to him, look, I'm here if you're like that. Shorty's always been part of the plans when it comes to the decisions we make out in the field, and we have pretty good discussions off the field. And when
Differently, what's been the difference?
I told him Ralphie's an unbelievable player, and sometimes with franchise cricket you have to be on with both hands, and you've seen the damage he's created in the first handful of.
Celebrations, were they premature? No, he holds on, but it was short himself with the ball still in the east.
Batter is because look at the seam position and the drop. And got it outside of the middle of the bat, on into his hands. A relief. Departs for 15. It's 100 for 5.
Capable with the bat. That's his T20 career numbers. Quite the catch, wasn't it? A cognizant clutch cat, no doubt. 2 runs per delivery required and only 5 wickets in hand.
You take a look at the for 12. He's had a busy day forming. It doesn't matter what night or opposition, he does the job.
That's a beautiful stroke. It was a half volley, it was the slower ball, the cutter, but perfect.
Glimpse of the dugout, and there's still belief, isn't there? Wow. Raced away in an absolute flash.
Throws everything at this one, and he's going to get another bound. The beauty of the stroke, but equally as effective. Back-to-back boundaries.
Wide of off stump, gets crunched through the covers, straightens at it.
He was another one of this West Indian contingent that was delayed because they were playing. He's still there in the 20th and final. Might just squeeze over the line. It was a spectacular effort out.
Back into play.
Fantastic effort by the young American Sanjay Krishnamurthy here. It's too left-handed, so he gets the right hand out. Just couldn't quite.
Yeah, one thing that
now Coetzee gets in the act. It's one of the shots of the day.
just actually gave himself a bit of room. It's just over that 2.
Oh, and he's been clean to the tournament. He is back.
Pretty much similar delivery. Lightly hit the top of off stump at the time when the team needs it the most. Coetzee, he goes.
He's knocked over the man. Love to get over the line against the unbeaten unicorns here. Scamper of curtains with a direct hit to the left hand of Hassan Khan.
Flick the jets on. He's literally running, and for his surface, Hassan Khan. There's been a couple of.
So singles available. Can he get back for 2? Yeah, very good running. Good. I think Gannon would have been struggling here.
Should be ladders being put out or a bike, as we see. Sprint.
Got him. Hetmar, and that could be that for the Orcas. There's a rebound, Harris Rafe.
It's absolutely in the slot for him to hit. We've already seen region this time, aerial, and now catching. You just can't believe it because probably 9. Unfortunately, for Seattle Orcas, he hit it straight to.
It's gone quite high, out towards the leg side. It's hanging in the air. And a nice one back. A couple of overs to go at the boundary. This time.
Everything just going exactly the way they would like. The batting not quite right. Somebody rescues them. Hung in the air for some time, and then with the wind kind of drifting away from 28.
So hard in the field to put up a good performance with the ball. Thanks largely to the man, Shepherd. And now continue to fall. Very little responsibility taken with the bat for the Orcas, and they're just a team that towards the end. Pommy.
There was a moment, and it was, and somewhat during that last over as well, when Ramaria Shep and come back in here. Whoops, here comes the rope, and then collects it. Now keep. It's almost as if to say, okay, yeah, well, I caught him, scored all those runs, had a better chance of winning.
Angling into the right-hander, it'll just be
176 for 8 on the face of it. The lack of confidence of certain teams and not.
little swing, thick edge, fall. It's probably going to have pace.
Moral victory for the bowler. That's you want a rubbish ball, get him out.
Oh, that was not what he was expecting this time around.
This season. He'll probably say, got ourselves in a tangle. Supporter for sure. The expression said it all.
Another good catch. Brody Couch has had you after judging it well. It's an MLC.